Hi, everybody. Welcome to Thursday's Devo. Renee here. Hey, listen, I just quickly want to introduce to you one of our great speakers this weekend for our marriage weekend. It's the weekend before Valentine's Day, and so we are featuring a Friday night couples cafe with Steve and Dana Clifford, and then Saturday morning we're featuring a marriage seminar featuring relationship expert Chuck Starnes. And Chuck's going to talk about how to make your marriage a safe place for both partners. Here's a little clip from Chuck's house about what Chuck is going to say. Chuck's going to be with us in person, but here he is on video with a preview.
Hello, everyone. I want to share with you today that marriage is a good idea because it's God's idea. In Genesis chapter 2, we see where it was God himself who performed the very first wedding ceremony there in the Garden of Eden. And he declared over the husband and the wife that the two shall become one flesh. And so we know it's God's will that in our marriage, we have a close, intimate, stable, and safe connection with each other. And we know that when we feel that connection, everything works. Our brain triggers all the right neurochemicals. We feel fully alive and passionate toward each other. Conflict resolution, problem solving, those things are not so difficult when we feel connected with each other. But when we feel disconnected, nothing works. When something happens and there's a reaction and there's a negativity or criticism and that connection is ruptured, we know that the brain triggers cortisol and there's anxiety and then we have these defenses that are activated, unconscious defenses activated, and then we can kind of get stuck as a couple. If we don't resolve the conflict, then there's further polarization and the more feelings of feeling disconnected. And when that happens, we can get stuck. Well, as we approach Valentine's Day this year, I have some good news for you. And that good news is that the salvation that Jesus Christ came to bring to us includes the restoration of our marriage. 1 Peter chapter 3, Peter gives some great, simple, and doable instruction for marriage, how to keep it safe, how to stay connected. And he says that husbands, you should live in an understanding way with your wives. And what that means is to consider very carefully all the aspects of who she is and her personality, her emotional vulnerabilities, so that your actions and your words don't bring her pain. And when you walk with that kind of understanding and live with her in that kind of understanding way, then she'll feel safe to open her heart to you, and she will be all that you dreamed of in a marriage partner. And then he tells wives in verse 2 that basically he says, your husband is not going to be won over by words of criticism. He says that your husband is going to be powerfully influenced and won over when your words and actions come from a pure and respectful demeanor. And when your husband feels that respect, he'll feel safe to open his heart and his ears to what you have to say and what you need, and then become the partner you always dreamed about. So God's given both husbands and wife responsibility to make the space between you safe so that that connection can continue. And so we can learn skills that will help us talk in a way, talking without criticism, listening without judgment, so that it can be safe to connect beyond our differences.
Hope you're able to join us this weekend for Chuck's relationship seminar. That's Saturday morning, or you can join us Friday night for the Couples Cafe, or both. All the details at tlc.org/marriage. God bless you. Have a great day.